Hello, fellow Americans. Good to see you guys. How y'all doing? Look, I'm getting moved in the truck. There's the microwave. There's my silly video games, my immature, childish... Is it playing right now? Oh, yeah, okay. Sometimes I lose my connection. Gotta reconnect it. But my immature, childish video games, I need to replace or buy a new sheet for the bed because I have lost mine somewhere. This roll up here, what the hell's going on with this? This one, those like foam pad rolls, obviously, you guys can tell by looking at it. But another driver here was talking to me and he was telling me that he got it for his truck and he slept on it once and he didn't really want it because it was too soft. But the mattress, he said, the mattress we get is pretty hard. He says, you know, I'm kind of old, so that's better for my back. So you can have this roll that I've used once, right? And he said because the mattress is really hard, and maybe I was being like, I wasn't speaking up, or maybe I was being awkward. Like I still do sometimes. I've gotten much better since all this YouTube stuff. I'm able to have conversations with people now instead of being an awkward little dude, right? But I said something when he said this mattress is kind of hard. I have the same issue. Like if I sleep on something really soft, my lower back will tighten up in the morning, and it's no fun. It's no fun. So I said, oh, that would probably be better, referring to the mattress being harder. But he took it as this roll right here would be better. He said, perfect, let me go grab it. It was just taking up space in his truck, I know that. So I went, whatever, okay, and I just threw it up top. So one day I'll get this this roll, previously used by another trucker, foam pad roll out of my truck. But once he said he wanted to go get it, he just looked so damn excited to get it out of his truck. I said, okay, it's my burden to carry now. I'll go ahead and do that. So whatever. Not a whole lot going on around here today. They found me a short load, just an out and back to go deliver, run back to our terminal, and then sit here and relax for a day or two, however long it's going to be. I'm not really sure, even if it's a full day, before we go on tour, baby. And I'm excited about that. I was fine if they just wanted me to sit here, whatever. Got my video games. They got plenty to eat and drink inside. I'm cool. If y'all want to hang out, I'm cool, you know. But they did find me a little load, and that's fine. Either way's fine. I don't mind. I don't care. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to talk about in this video yet. I think I have a topic I want to talk about from my younger years and how that kind of screwed up my mindset, I guess, for a long time. And I'm finally coming to terms with stuff. I wonder, the shelf's a little shorter in here than in the last truck. There we go. I don't have to hold this now. The lighting is bad for me, though. I look weird. Let me see if I can do something about that. You know, you got to look good for these videos. You can't just... Oops, that's the wrong button. You can't just be looking weird, you know. What damn button am I pushing? Oh, I'm pushing the footwell. That's not going to do any good. There's some lighting. Hey, I still look weird. Oh, well, that's just how I look sometimes. Anyways, forgot what I was saying, but I might speak on sort of that topic from years ago, and it's a weird thing, but it needs to be talked about because, you know, there's not enough discussions about real life here on YouTube and how things kind of shape you and mold you as a person as you go. So I'm kind of working out that topic in my head, and I haven't really figured it out yet, but you know, everybody wants to jump on YouTube and talk about how they got it all figured out and they understand everything about life. I'm fucking clueless. I'm absolutely clueless, and I don't know what's going on in the world. I'm just trying my best to survive, right? But there's a story from when I was younger, like early 20s, that really screwed up my mindset and probably set me back years if I would have never even had... It's such a dumb thing, but I was very young, and it was easy to fuck up my worldview, right? And it stuck with me for way too long. So I'll figure out how I want to approach that subject. It's not like this tragic story. I'm not traumatized or anything like that, but it was just some words. Does that make sense? Just some words that stuck with me from somebody that had no right saying those words and didn't even have a grasp on life themselves. And that's kind of how I've held back from doing things in life based on interactions like that. So I'll work on that. I'll think about how I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on. But just wanted to drop in and say hi. The videos have been doing fantastic lately, so thank you guys. Thank you for coming to watch them. I appreciate you so much. I understand it's exciting. It's exciting for me too. The thing I do want to say is we also have to understand that there's rules with this kind of thing, right? What I can't be doing is walking around when everybody's eating and finding out, you know, the lead singer of the band and there's stuff in their face with food, so I'm out there recording it like a jackass, right? And then putting them all over my channel. There's rules to these things. So I think it's awesome that you guys are excited as I am. Most of what you're going to see and hear from me doing this is going to be my stories. And then there's going to be times where I have to dance around, like I'm going to tell you something interesting that happened, but I have to sort of, you know, dance around it, and I can't, because everybody keeps saying Taylor Swift, which is funny. He's going on tour with Taylor Swift. That'd be cool. That'd be interesting, because like it or not, Taylor's a megastar, you know, so that's a cool story, you know, to have under your belt when you get older, you know. But let's say hypothetically that was true, and like, you know, I saw Taylor Swift do some crazy things, and then I came on here and I went, guys, you'll never believe what Taylor Swift was doing today. And then I put that out. Not only would I be out of a job, there would probably be like lawsuits involved and, you know, things like that. And then TMZ would be calling me going, tell us more about this Taylor thing that happened. And so you have to be careful with those things is the point. So a lot of what I'll be telling you in the videos will be stories more than anything, like I've always done. But you have to understand there are rules with things like this, so I can't just be out there just being a dickhead with my camera out recording everything that happens. Now, if I can get some of these like really difficult backs of other drivers doing it, like say I'm standing on the dock and somebody's working on like a really difficult back and anything, I might look over at my lead driver and say, hey, is it okay if I like just record this for my YouTube channel? Would that be okay? And if they say yes or no, then I go from there, right? They very well could say, nope, can't do it. And then I'll tell you about it, right? So thank you guys for all the support. Like, this channel was like, you know, we're kind of just, you know, going along, and then these last few videos people have been interested in hearing about them, so that's really cool. What I have noticed, you guys tell me never to talk about this, but I'm going to anyways because it's my own life and I talk about my own stories. There are a lot of people that are angry in these comment sections because I don't know, what are you angry about? That I took a risk on something, that I was like, oh, I don't think I'll get hired for this, but I'm going to apply anyways. And just shitheads just trying to run me into the ground. You'll never survive in this industry, and you're late to all your appointments, which is a weird thing to say because I pride myself on my punctuality and getting up and getting things done. I mean, in a 10-year career, I can't say that everything's gone right. Sure can't, but I take a lot of pride in getting where I'm going. But just anger. Guys, calm down. It's all that happened was I thought about different sectors of the trucking industry and things I could do. I landed on this as an option, and I found all the companies I could that did this kind of business, and I just started applying. And I went, I probably won't hear anything. I'm probably going to be really disappointed. I'm probably going to have to make a sad video where this really cool part of the industry won't let me in, and that will suck. And I didn't have to do that. I got hired. I'm here. I got hired. And there's so many people out there that think I'm absolutely insane, just batshit crazy out of my mind, and that there may be some merit to that argument. Don't act like I don't realize that I'm crazy. Crazy people realize that they're crazy, but mine's like not a harmful kind of crazy. It's just I'm all over the place, and I'm like, what am I gonna do next? And oh my God, what else is out there in the world? And because of that thought process, that's how I got here. All right. And I don't know if there's so many people out there that are afraid to take risk and afraid of, like, I might be rejected for this thing. So they do a job that they don't like for their whole life, and then they get pissed off watching someone else go, you know what, at least I'm going to try. I'm going to try. And it just sends these guys over the fucking edge, just absolutely losing their minds, and just full of like crazy negativity. And it's it's adorable. It's cute to watch. It's like, I don't know why you're so angry in life, dude. Like, you're not doing what you want to do. You're not grabbing life by the fucking horns and making some decisions of your own and saying, you know what, this is what I want out of things. And then when you see someone else do it, you just try to run them into the ground. I'm here, baby. And I'll be out there and I'm going to do it. And damn right, I'm going to have some bad days. Oh, you bet your ass I'm going to have some bad days, you know? And eventually I might quit this job. I didn't come here saying, well, what's my retirement plan look like? But you know what I'm going to take away from this job? An experience that a lot of people won't have. You know, I get to go tour with the bands, guys. I get to get this truck into like just really difficult places. I mean, I'm gonna back it up into underground tunnels where you can't see anything in your mirrors at all, and you're just trusting the guy, the lead driver on the CB, to tell you what to do. I mean, I'm gonna get some really, really interesting experience out of this, and I couldn't be more excited. I couldn't be more excited. So those things go hand in hand, though. Thank you guys that are very supportive. You guys all know me. You know, I'm going to have bad days. I'm going to get pissed off. I'm going to be really, really annoyed with a lot of things. I'm going to have a lot of good days too. But I have just given myself an opportunity. You know, given myself a chance to see a different side of this industry. But not only that, a whole new industry. Now I'm involved in like the entertainment industry in our country. And that's pretty cool. You never know who you might meet out there. You never know what opportunities might come up out there. I love it. I love it. Grab some water. Grab a drink of water here. So, for all you that are angry that I try things, and sometimes those things work out and sometimes they don't work out, here's what I would do. This is just the only advice I could give you. Stop focusing on what you would do if you were me, right? And just take a time out. Just breathe. Pull your truck over into a rest area if you need to. Or next time you're, you know, sitting back here in the sleeper, just tune out all the noise in the world. And say, okay, I've spent all this time focused on, if I was this guy Trucks, what would I do? And I'm going to take the next 10 minutes, of my life, and I'm going to say, if I were me, what would I do that would make me feel happy right now? What chances would I take? What risk would I take? What things would I apply for that I think maybe won't hire me? And then you'll come up with an idea, right? Just in 10 minutes, you'll come up with an idea. And you might say, I don't know, I've always wanted to be a rodeo clown. That sounds fun to me. Shit, I might want to be a rodeo clown. That'd be a cool job. Might get killed. Might get the shit kicked out of you by a pissed off bull. But it might be fun, right? So now all of a sudden, now that you've stopped focusing on what you would do if you were me for 10 minutes, you could go, okay, how do you get into being a rodeo clown, right? And then you can start Googling it. I really want to be a rodeo clown. And you might research that for a while, hours and hours, till you finally start to break through and start to see, oh, here's a guy that became a rodeo clown and this is how he did it, right? And then once you've got that all figured out, you start figuring out the process. How do I get in? How do I get in? And within a day, within 24 hours, you may start seeing changes in your own life, right? And you might see that you're going towards things that you want to try out. And then, here's the beauty of it. You don't have to sit there and be angry about the choices that I'm making in my own life. Because you took a risk on something. You bet on yourself. And God damn it, you're now a rodeo clown. And you're going to be the best goddamn rodeo clown there is. And you're going to be excited. And you're going to call people and say, you know how I always wanted to be a rodeo clown? And they're going to go, no, I've never heard you say that before. Oh, yeah, no, like, yeah, but I always have wanted to be a rodeo clown. And I just got hired to be a rodeo clown. And then you can go make your own YouTube video where you're like, guys, I'm a rodeo clown. And then you can be really excited. And then somebody's going to watch your video that decided they wanted to just stick in the same rut for the last 20 years. And they're going to be really angry at you. And they're going to say, you motherfucker, you're going to be the worst goddamn rodeo clown that ever exists because you're lazy, you're fat, and you smell weird, and your home is in the trailer park, and this is why you're a worthless person. And then you can have the same talk with them, right? And then they're going to take that same time and they're going to research what it is they really want to do in life. And through this all, we spread love, everybody. And everybody feels more fulfilled in life. and then they're not so angry at other people on the internet. And I have just solved all of the world's problem, and I did it with one simple step. Stop. Tune everything out. Spend the next 10 minutes of your life thinking about what you'd like to do. And then once you've settled on something, that's where the real fun begins, baby. Since we've been here 15 minutes, let me talk about this topic that I was going to do, and we'll just end the video. It'll be done all in one take, like we used to do, but we don't do here as much anymore, but I'm just standing around anyways. Let me get some nicotine, and we'll talk about it. And like I said, this isn't like a really traumatizing thing. It was just words said to me when I was young that always stuck in the back of my mind when I thought about doing something. I hope that makes sense, and I'll tell you about it. So years ago, years and years ago, I was 20, 21 years old, 22 at most, right? And I worked at a Walmart, right? I worked at this Walmart for 3 years. That's a long time to work at a Walmart. But man, I still had that same mindset, even as a young buck. I don't want to just sit here forever and just spin my wheels and do nothing, right? But where I lived, there was not a whole lot of job opportunity. You either worked at Walmart, or you made friends with people that worked at Walmart so they could buy your food. They could buy lunch for you. That was about the only options you had out there, right? Back then. The place has grown significantly or substantially since then, but back then that's all you had. So I was constantly thinking up, like, what can I do? Like, what can I do? And how can I do this and that? And I'm trying to figure out where I was going in life, like all young men do, all young men and women do, you know, in their early 20s. They're just trying to figure stuff out. And I knew a guy that worked there also. His name was Chisholm. No shit, the guy's name was Chisholm. And Chisholm was like 19 years old, but he was in a metal band. Like, he was a rock star, right? His band would go play shows and all this stuff. And I like always have had an interest in music, but not interested enough to like learn to play an instrument or anything like that. I don't know. A couple years ago, I got an electric drum kit because I didn't want to be bothering everybody at home, and I was getting decent at it, I would say. Just decent as far as just banging on stuff and holding a rhythm goes. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was getting decent at it. That's besides the point. So I was talking to this Rockstar Chisholm one day, right, about like, man, I should really learn to play an instrument. That'd be a lot of fun, right? And he said, why would you do that? I said, well, I mean, number one reason, young man, early 20s, why do you do anything? To impress the ladies. Of course, that's the only thought process that goes through our mind at that age. Like, I can't walk up to the ladies and be like, you know, I stock shelves at Walmart, right? Well, at that current city, with how small it was then, that did impress a lot of ladies. But there were only so many to choose from. Oh, he works at Walmart. Damn. You might want to get with him. That dude makes like $7 an hour. Holy shit. Right? But that's besides the point. But reason number one, women. That's why, right? But I was like, I don't know, man. I think it would be really cool to learn to play an instrument. Maybe I could join a band, right? And my God, I'm only, you know, in my early 20s. Like, maybe I join a band and we make it. We make it. And next thing you know, I'm a rock star. Not only do I not have to work at Walmart anymore, but I'm not worried about getting laid anymore either, because that's damn sure going to happen when you got a band, right? And I'm going to have all this money, and I'm going to probably die by the time I'm 30, because I'm 20s, baby. I'm early 20s, baby. I'll drink myself to death, but goddamn, I'll have a good time, right? Those are my reasons for wanting to be a rock star. And I'm so excited telling Chisholm all my reasons I want to be a rock star. And he says, you just need to stop. Just don't even think about it anymore. And I said, why? He said, you don't even know how to play an instrument and you're already 21 years old? I said, yeah. He said, that's too old to learn. He says, at 21 years old, your brain is already formed, which is not true, I don't think. I'm a trucker, don't ask me. He said, your brain's already formed, you're already set in your ways. You can't learn a new skill when you're 21. I said, is that true? You can't learn to play an instrument when you're 21? He says, no, dude, of course not. Of course you can't. He says, you have to pick up an instrument as young as you can. the youngest possible moment in your life, and you have to pick up that instrument, and that's when your brain's forming, and that's the only way you can learn to play an instrument. He was a musician, so I believed him. I said, so there's no way I could learn to play an instrument now. He said, no, dude, you're too old for that. I was 21 years old. He says, you're too old for that. You can't just learn to play an instrument now. He said, and what exactly would be your plan once you learn to play an instrument? Join a band of other old men? Chisholm was like 19. I hope I mentioned that. He was 2 years younger than me, right? He said, join a band of other old men. And it was the first time in my life I went, oh my God, I'm an old man? I'd never thought about that. And he said, yeah, dude, you need to give up on that idea and just get these shelves stocked. Because there is no hope that you could learn to play an instrument, join a band, and then that your band gets signed, and then you're going to go on tour at your age? At your age, you're going to go on tour. Dude, they need young people on tour. People that can handle the grueling schedule of a tour. And you think that you're going to make it? And I'm just as confused as you guys. I was just as confused as you guys are right now. At 21, you're too old to, to handle the grueling schedule of a tour with your rock band. I think he was trolling me. That was before trolling was even a word, I think. But I think the guy was just fucking with me. But those words stayed in the back of my brain for years. I'm too old to do this. I'm too old to do that. There's no way I can learn a new thing. I'm just too damn old. Guy was probably definitely fucking with me. Probably, absolutely. But when I was a younger guy, my mind worked different. Not much different, though, but different. And I figured that anybody that was involved in something that I knew nothing about was the authority on that thing, right? So if Chisholm just said that there's no way I could possibly join a band and become a rock star, then why would I waste my time playing an instrument? I'm 41 now. That was 20 years ago. I still would have it in me to get out there and be on tour. I could have had a 20-year-long career, Chisholm, as a rock star. And you took it all away. You took it all away. But that's my fucking point most of the time, guys. Sure, I screw up. Sure, things don't go the way I thought it would. But I let 21-year-old me be told that I could never chase after goals that I had. That there was no point in me trying to do that. And I believed that shit for a lot of years. And I almost did what a lot of people do. Almost did what a lot of people do. I got my CDL, and I almost called it good right there. And said, now I'm never going to try anything again. I'm just going to get that load, and I'm going to take that load where I'm told to take that load. And from there, I'm going to get another load, and I'm going to go get that load. And I'm just going to do that until I die. Even if you hate me and you've watched me fail a few times, I'm still alive, so I haven't failed at nothing, by the way. I have done everything I was told not to do. Bought a truck. Bought another truck. You know, the first truck was just a dumb decision on my part. I'm like, ah, screw it. I'm going to quit trucking for a while. Really, really dumb decision. Should have never sold that. Okay. Bought another truck. Made a lot of money with both of them. But had a lot of repairs with one. I've done a few lease purchases. Everybody says don't do them. Got my ass handed to me on every one of them. But I learned some valuable lessons, right? And all of those things led me to the point now where I said I still can't just haul freight till the day I die. I'm going to go do something. I'm going to go experience something I've never seen before. And Monday, I'm heading out on my first concert tour. Because I dared to challenge myself. And I dared to think there might be other things out there. So once again, thank you. Thank you all for everyone that's supporting this voyage, this journey. I love you guys. And even thank you to everyone that's so pissed because you watch me try stuff. And you're going to watch me try a whole lot more stuff. And you're just going to get madder and madder unless you take that 10 minutes and really just think about what it is you want out of life. And then you get to have cool stories too. And you get to make cool videos too. That's it. That's the point of the goddamn video. I hope you enjoyed it. Guys, life's too short to be constantly pissed off at someone else that you don't even know. Because I don't know how long I got left. I figure I'm 41. There's no way I got another 40 in me. There's no way. 20? Maybe. I probably got 20. I might even have 30. I ain't got another 40. Alright? So the point is, I have already lived more of my life than I've got left. And I'll be damned if I'm going to sit here for whatever years I have left. It's not like I'm dying. It's not this terminal thing. But I've lived more than I will continue to live, if that makes sense. I'm over the hill. We're on our way down. Right? I'll be damned if I'm going to just sit on the sidelines for whatever time I'm still here and fucking wish I would have tried things. And look back and said I should have done that. That would be the worst fucking thing I could do with my own life. Y'all have a good day. I'm going to get back to this, playing my game that plays itself. Get this video uploaded for you guys. Think of a really cool title for it. And we'll see you guys soon. Bye now.